Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Get to Know Our Team video series. Today, we have our co-founder and director of marketing, Sonja Crystal Williams. Hi, Sonja.
Hey, Kylie.
All right, so we will just jump right into it and get to know you a little bit more.
Okay.
First things first, how do you start your day?
Let's see. I typically start my day, well, I have a 1-year-old, so it's typically with her. She might wake me up, but if I do get up before her, I like to spend a little bit of time, either in meditation, just quiet meditation, and I like to also do maybe a little bit of stretching in the morning. And lately if I get up really early, going on morning walks, and if my kids are up, I will take them with me. That's been a nice little perk to COVID. And make breakfast. We eat a full breakfast at our house most mornings.
Awesome. And when do you feel most inspired?
I would say late at night. So I am forced to get up early because of kids. Not that I sleep super late, but I'm a night person. So really, when everything goes quiet in the house, if I can just be up by myself, sometimes that's just the time where the most things just come to me, because I have no distractions, no phone calls, no emails, nothing like that. So a lot of times late at night, I'm most inspired.
Makes sense, yeah. And what are 3 things that you love about your city?
Atlanta. Okay. I love that Atlanta, number one, is a great scene for like restaurants and things like that. There's always something new opening. There are tons of great places to eat, tons of places on my list I still haven't gotten to because I still circle back to the places I love over and over again. So I would say that's one really cool thing. Another thing that I really like, definitely from a travel standpoint, and like the fact that Atlanta is a big hub for just kind of branching out to so many other places. I really love that about Atlanta. And I do just generally love like the growth that the city has experienced probably over the past, I've been here now almost 2 decades. So just watching like this small town, not, it's always been a city, but just kind of going from what it looked like right before the Olympics to now after, and just seeing all the change that's occurred. It's been pretty cool to watch. So I've enjoyed that about Atlanta.
That's so cool, yeah. And what do you think was your biggest learning experience?
Ooh, just in life in general, just biggest learning experience.
Yes.
Okay. That's a tough one. Okay. Biggest learning experience. Gosh, there are so many lessons I feel like I've learned. Let's circle back to that one. I'm gonna think about it.
Can do. All right, well then, describe yourself in 3 words, please.
Okay. I would say happy. Just generally, that's my temperament. Centered also though, probably like of friends, they probably consider me like the more grounded kind of responsible person. And then I would say centered, but also like fast paced, because a lot of things just kind of happening in my life. A lot of the work I do, everything that we're doing as an agency is just pretty fast paced. So I'd say those 3 things.
Nice. And what's inspiring in your life right now?
I'd say my family, and I do have some personal commitments to myself, and in fact, we were just having a team call like not even a week ago, and one of the things I was sharing with the team was just kind of this personal commitment I've had to working out, and just how I've realized that it's something you have to recommit to on a daily basis. So like, even though that seems simple, the idea of recommitting to anything on a daily basis kind of drives me. So that, and then definitely my kids also, just like when I'm looking to something like my kids, my husband, those are things that really drive me, especially when you have like 2 little people who they're counting on you, like that's it. And so that's really huge for me.
That's beautiful, yeah. And what's a unique talent that you possess?
Talent. I like to think I'm good at making people smile and good at making people laugh, maybe in situations that aren't ideal. Maybe if someone's going through a tough time, just something to crack a smile on their face. Pretty lighthearted. So I guess that would be one of the words to describe me, but I'm pretty lighthearted. So I think I take that and, inject that into interactions with people. And, if there were a superpower, like maybe that would be one.
Nice. And what's the best advice you think you've received?
Definitely, I know this one. So when I was pregnant with my first child, someone said to me, like, milk it all you can, because this is the one moment in your life where everyone will cater to you. People will bend over backwards to do things for you. And I did. I took that advice. I went for it. And it, there are definitely pregnancy privileges. So I really enjoyed that.
I love that. And what are you reading this week?
Okay. So there's the serious reading and then there's the fun reading, right? So for fun, I read the Zoe Report. It's a blog. It's like a fashion blog. That's my fun reading. And then my serious reading right now, I've been kind of thumbing back through Think and Grow Rich, and then from parenting, The Conscious Parent. So clearly a lot revolves around being a mom right now for me. But there's a book called The Conscious Parent I've also been reading. So I kind of bookmark multiple things at once sometimes.
Excellent. And circling back, what do you think is one of your biggest learning experiences?
Okay. Okay, this is a crazy story. When I was 16, my toe got cut by a lawnmower.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was 16. I hated cutting grass at a certain point in my life. And one day my dad comes in my room and says, I want you to cut the grass. And I'm like, oh God, I don't want to. So it rains. And I'm like, oh, perfect. I'm out of it. I don't have to cut the grass. So I go back in my room, like go to sleep or something. And it stops raining. And my dad comes back in my room and he's like, I told you to cut the grass. So I go outside and I've got an attitude and I'm just kind of throwing the lawnmower around. And sure enough, I'm pushing it around, and it had this weird handle on it coupled with that probably. So my attitude didn't help with the fact that it was a loose handle. It wasn't like sturdy. The lawnmower came back toward me and basically cut my foot down to the bone.
Oh my goodness.
I still have a toe. I got rushed to ER, and my dad kept that shoe for years. He called it his trophy. And he said, the hand of God came down and just smacked you for disobeying your parents. Right. So it's a funny story. It hurt at the moment. I don't know, maybe the lesson learned was like, listen to your parents. There's some truth in that, right? So I have not cut grass since, but I was like, as a teenager, like probably easier on my parents after that moment. So yeah, lesson learned.
Wow. Understandable, yeah. And then last but not least, where else can we find you online?
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm on social media. For me, everything is Sonja Crystal except Snapchat. Someone beat me to it, but Sonja with a J, Crystal with a C for personal social media, and everywhere else to connect with me and or Go Getter Marketing Group. We are under Go Getter Group or Go Getter Marketing on all our social media as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sonja, for letting us get to know you today. And viewers, you can find more of our Get to Know You series and more about Sonja at our website, gogettergroup.com, and on our YouTube. And you can find featurettes of this series as well as more content on our Instagram at Go To Getter Group.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.